Okay. Hi, guys. I've been challenged to share my why with all of you. And it's basically, telling you why I do Plexus, why I'm so passionate about it, and why I love to share it with everybody. So here goes. You may or may not know, but after I gave birth to Bella, about a month and a half later, I ended up being diagnosed with several autoimmune diseases, which completely flipped our world upside down, because it was so crippling. I had to stop working, which put us down to one income. We had to sell our house that we just bought the year before. We had to move into a rental. It completely destroyed our finances and my confidence, my self-worth, you name it. It flipped us upside down. And a lot of that was due to the fact that I'm a very independent person. I always have been. And to feel that I had to depend on somebody else almost fully drove me crazy. To feel that I didn't have any control over what was happening in my body drove me crazy. To feel like I didn't have any answers. Nobody could give me solid answers as to what I could do to change it other than, here, take this drug. I felt like a guinea pig. I was put on medication after medication to see how they would work, which always led to more medications to counteract the side effects. And I hated feeling like I was a 28-year-old in an 80-year-old's body. So I started really kind of looking into alternate ways that I could try to heal myself. I went to a naturopathic doctor, and they told me that, if I didn't have specific changes happening as far as my diet goes, that I would ultimately end up with something like lupus, because the autoimmune diseases, as they would add them on each year, they were progressing. They were getting worse and worse. But I was skeptical. I was lazy. I didn't want to fully go through making those changes, because change is hard. It's scary. You put in money to something, you don't know how it's going to work. You don't know if they really know what they're talking about, because we're so used to doctors, kind of telling you this and that, and oh, well, that didn't work, let's try this prescription. So I got really frustrated and I gave up. And for 7 years, I literally wanted to just lay in bed, because when I would wake up in the morning, I didn't want to get up, because I felt like I had like 30-pound weights on my chest just holding me down. And then when I would finally work myself out of the bed, I felt like I was walking on glass, because my feet were so incredibly painful to stand on for probably like the first hour and a half of every morning. And my hands were always so crippled and in pain and swollen, and it made it hard to do most anything. Even buttoning my jeans hurt so bad. Dressing my infant, changing her diaper, even just giving her a bath, my back would just kill me horribly when I would have to lean over the tub to give her a bath. It's just the things that you really take, the movements that you really take for granted, were the ones that really stood out to me, because that's when I would feel the most pain. And I was getting constant, terrible headaches over and over and over, like multiple times a week. And I was nauseous all the time. Like when I would eat, and like for no reason, I would be nauseated. And and then, add that to the bowel issues that I had and the cystic acne that I struggled with. I really totally lost all self-esteem that I ever had. And like I said, that was really hard for me, being such an independent person, outgoing, liking to be around people. I would shy away from people, away from events, away from, outings. One, because I knew I would be in so much pain afterwards, and two, because I didn't want people to see me. I basically started living a lie. And that's really hard for me to say, because I hate lying. And, but I felt like I had to. I had to put on a show for people so they wouldn't know just how bad it was. They wouldn't know how weak I felt. They wouldn't know how bad our finances were. We tried to play it off as, oh, okay, we had some setbacks, but we're good. But inside I was crying. And I've lost friends over it because they didn't understand. But I've kind of looked at it as that's part of my journey. The people who really care about me and really try to understand what I possibly was going through, they were the ones who stuck around. But after my mom died, I get this renewed sense of determination because having lost my mom at such an early age because of her own health issues that she really never took care of properly, it really woke me up because I knew that I never wanted my children to feel the way I did. So I was going to do everything in my power. I don't care if we ended up living in a 1-bedroom apartment in the ghetto. If that's all we could afford so that I could focus on my health, I didn't care. So, but I tried to take the right avenues. I tried to, to go to the different organizations with the VA because I was fighting with them constantly because a lot of my symptoms were linked back to my service record. But it wasn't until February of 2015 that the VA finally said that we recognize this, and they increased my disability and they gave me some back pay, and that was when I made the decision that things are going to change, because at that point I could finally afford to go to school, to do what I was really passionate about, to learn how to heal my body and to learn how to teach others to do the same who might have been feeling as helpless as I had all these years. So I dove into it head first. I came across Plexus through another student that I became friends with, and I was really skeptical at first because I've checked out supplement companies before in the past, and they always seem to come up short because they all, even though they would say that they were packed full of nutrition and everything, they all ended up having some sort of artificial sweeteners or something like that in it that it totally just destroys it. I mean, I always say, it's like putting Oreos on a salad. Why put that in there? Because if you're really trying to focus on somebody's nutrition, you're focusing on their gut. And if you're putting sweeteners in there, artificial or not, they are affecting their gut, unless it is, something that is completely natural. And so that really bothered me. So I did a lot of research on Plexus before I finally gave in. And when I gave in, I said to my girlfriend that I need to get this at the absolute cheapest route, because we were so incredibly strapped. There was no way that I would be able to afford paying it just as a customer. I mean, I'm talking strapped like we were emptying the coin jars to get enough money for my husband to get to and from gas that week before payday. We were that strapped. But I knew that if I did it, if I joined as a wholesale ambassador and got my products the cheapest route, and they made any sort of changes like they did in a lot of the testimonies that I saw, I knew that I would be okay, because I knew that it would be something that I would want to share with people, to help them. And so I dove in, and I was simply amazed at the changes that I saw. I mean, pretty early on for me. I mean, some people don't see the changes really early on like I did, but I definitely did. And I was sold. I mean, within 2 to 3 days, I was literally sleeping through the night. I would fall asleep in less than 5 minutes as soon as I hit my pillow and I got comfortable. And I wouldn't wake up to the next morning. And then when I would wake up, I would wake up. Like, I was wide awake. I wouldn't sit there and hit the snooze 10 times. So and I would be focused. I would know, okay, I want to get this done today, and I would do it. I wouldn't procrastinate. I wouldn't, find other things to do and then end up forgetting what I needed to do. Then, slowly my joints started hurting less. I started being able to do more things. My muscles weren't as tender and sore and weak like they always were. I could actually climb our flight of stairs just from the living room to the bedroom without, one, being winded, or two, having my muscles feel like they're on fire. It was amazing when the one night I came home and my son fell asleep in the car, and I actually carried him in and up 2 flights of stairs to his bedroom, and it didn't faze me. I literally have not had those excruciating headaches since the day I started Plexus. I've eliminated so many doctor's visits, and now I'm on the last prescription. I've eliminated 12 out of 13 prescriptions, and this last prescription will be done by mid-May. I'll be completely weaned off of it, which is just amazing to me. I went to my functional medicine doctor today because I finally started going to a doctor that cares about nutrition and what's really going on in your body and doesn't just want to throw a prescription at you. And, he was impressed that my numbers were coming up. My B12 was up. My vitamin D was up. My candida levels were lessening. And it just reaffirms to me that I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing for my body and for my family, because now my whole family are on these products because it's helping them. My son doesn't have the skin issues that he used to have. My daughter's having more focus in school. Her grades are continuously coming up, and my husband is, he's not on blood pressure medicine anymore. He doesn't use his CPAP anymore. He's not snoring nearly as much as he was before. He's losing inches. He has more energy throughout the day. He's not relying on coffee constantly like he used to. Myself, within the first week of taking the products, I completely stopped drinking the Chick-fil-A sweet tea that I literally used to make excuses every single day of some reason that I had to leave my house so that I could drive past Chick-fil-A and get a sweet tea. I don't do that anymore. I always get my water. And that has been something that is huge in our family now, is drinking water. Aside from that, the people that I have helped along the way that have seen my journey and decided that they want the same thing. Some of the stories that I hear from people who have tried it and have experienced changes, it literally brings me to tears knowing that I've helped them. I've helped make a difference in somebody's life. And to me, that is priceless. Because, my mom was sick for a really long time, and all I wanted to do was help her, but I never could. And to feel that now that I can actually give back to people and help them possibly lengthen their life or give them a better quality of life for their family, for their kids, for their friends, I wouldn't change this for the world. I would do this if I wasn't paid a penny. Because that's what means the most to me, is helping people make changes that will make lasting impacts on their life. So if you're wondering if, my God, when is she ever going to just stop posting about this Plexus stuff? Keep wondering, because it's not happening. Sorry this was so long, but I do have quite a story, and I just hope that maybe somebody out there can relate to it and can just know that you're not alone. There is hope. There is another way, and don't give up. Never give up. Because I didn't, and now my life is completely different. So, thank you. Have a good day.